Hello, are we good? Are we good? Are you able to hear the words coming out of my mouth? We should be good. Yep, here's Lambert, what's poppin'? Soul, Electronic Pumpkin. How are you guys today? We are Gucci. Yeah, I definitely should have promoted the stream like earlier, but I was kind of busy like all day. So I unfortunately did not get the time I'd like to usually, promote, and then we be doing it, oops. Boom. See, Soul woke up for the live stream. I know your time zone is very different from mine, so I apologize for making you wake up so early. I apologize you going out of your way to do so. Just aced more than half my classes, and I'm finally on break. Hey, sounds like a plan. Good to see you, Shelby. It's 3 a.m. I'm fine. Bro, I'm gonna be real with you. It don't matter how much I like a YouTuber. I probably wouldn't be up at 3 a.m. Doing that. I already feel bad for staying up to 2 to 2:30 a.m. every night. So I definitely wouldn't be just joining a live stream at that late. I'm gonna be real with you. But your dedication is noted. I appreciate you. I definitely just spilled water on my shirt. Oops. What's up, Mocha? I don't remember where I put my box for my Bluetooth headphones. I feel like I do this like every stream, or at least every other stream. My sleep schedule is all messed up. I definitely feel that. But I just got told I have plans at 9 a.m. So if this stream ends like, right on time, maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock, maybe 11:30 if we pushing it, that's why. Because just for this stream, they're like, oh, we doing something at 9 a.m. So it's like, it's hard to wake up at 9 a.m. when you stay up till 3, 4 a.m. sometimes. So it's like, oof. I probably won't be up to VC, so just because of, what I just said. Not tonight, at least. Tomorrow is Saturday, so maybe sometime during the day tomorrow. Okay, so how are y'all? Most of you guys were here to see the reaction to the new Union Cross stuff. If you ain't seen that, what is you doing? What is you doing? You're supposed to watch all the videos. Let me chill. Those of you guys that didn't see the reaction, I'll link it here. I will link it here. So what are we doing this stream? I got a nice clickbait title for the stream. So I'm assuming we're talking to Master of Masters. So what's going on here? I'm a huge fan of time travel if they get it right as well. Steins Gate gets it perfect. It is very easy to get time travel wrong. So if you're gonna do time travel, you need to set up, you know, specific laws and regulations for how the time travel works. Because if you don't, it's gonna be very confusing, not only for, you know, the viewers, but probably for the creator too. Because then they'll start having loopholes and plot holes and all that stuff, and realizing that it's difficult to make the story because, you know, they didn't set up accurate rules, so they didn't say what can be done and what can't be. So that is pretty vital. And no worries, the YouTube video is not going anywhere. It will literally be up. Namora forgets from time to time as well, but I think he does a good job covering his mistakes, or making up for them at the very least. Kingdom Hearts 3 definitely did a decent job at making up for the mistakes of Dream Drop Distance. Most of the time, people use the idea because it sounds cool. I definitely feel that, because if I were to make a game or an anime or something, it would probably revolve around time travel too. I'm not gonna lie. What's up, Oliver? No worries. I appreciate you coming at all. Wait, at least. Okay. People making theories and making it as facts based on what they want to be, instead of what they should. Yes. We have many in this specific community that do that. By the way, it's possible I might record an actual video for tomorrow during this live stream, so you guys will get to see another video, you know, being recorded. I probably won't edit the video here, but honestly, there might not even need to be much editing. Remember yesterday I talked about how, bro, there's this thing that we always talk about in streams, but people who don't come out to the streams, you know, there's over 9,000 people who probably don't know this or don't realize this because they don't come out to the streams and haven't heard me say it. But it's like, I've already technically touched on this topic twice, so it's like, I'm scared to make it a third time technically, but I feel like there are so many people in this community that don't understand it. It makes me feel like I failed in those last two videos to accurately explain why something is an impossibility. And those of you guys that were here yesterday, you guys obviously know what I'm talking about, but yes, if you're just coming in, I'm likely going to be recording a video that I want to try to get up tomorrow. You guys might see me make the thumbnail this stream, you know, it's because, like, you know, why not? You know, maybe I'll make that thumbnail now, just so we have something to do. That way you guys are seeing a little bit more, you know, why not? Why not? Let's make a thumbnail. And actually, that probably just made the whole stream sound different. Sorry if I sound really loud now or something. I just realized that OBS's like volume was like nothing. But do I sound a lot louder now? You guys said the audio was fine before, but that was very different than what I have now. Thumbnail stream, hey. But yeah, you guys will see me record another video live. You guys have seen it once, and you know, you've seen how I messed up. Master of Masters Pass will probably end up as a mobile game by itself. I couldn't care less, as long as they make that story accessible on the console side of things, because their main audience is through the console games, especially those who care about the continuity. So once Union Cross and stuff ends, they're going to put that story on accessible on a console, whether that's remaking it as like an Unreal Engine 4 movie or just putting the cutscenes of what we need to know on the console as a movie, what even in the regular style. It's gonna happen. They're going to, because no one can say that the mobile game is not important to the plot. You're literally just wrong. You're literally wrong. Let's use the thumbnail base that I just used for this one. It's tiny bit louder, but it's not noticeable. All right, good. Because if I put it any lower, you actually wouldn't be able to hear me anymore. So which will be the window we capture? Guess we could do this. Am I in front of it? I am in front of it. Good. It's in the vein of Genshin. I would pick it up day one. I promise you, I don't think they're going to remake. I don't think they're going to actually remake the mobile game. I would love for them to do so, even if it's in the style of regular Kingdom Hearts. I wouldn't care, but I think they're just going to, you know, import the cutscenes. No worries, Soul. I think I've got it covered for the most part. I'm still at a level where I can still handle that kind of thing, especially since I'm not in school right now. All right, this is just a thumbnail base for, you know, what it is. This is just the thumbnail base. So, what is this video about again? Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, so I don't think I even mentioned it. It has to do with Sora and the Master of Masters. I'm sure you could put 2 and 2 together, but there are still many in my community who think Sora is the Master of Masters. And I have said time and time again why it is literally impossible with our current knowledge for that to be the case. So I feel that the reason people think that is because I'm not doing a good enough job explaining why it's not possible. So no, that picture, that one's still kind of pixelated. Sora, Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's get a different one. Yeah, I totally see that they're just going to do that. I mean, I'd be okay with anything, but you know. Dude, I want to just take this, but I can't. It's not high enough quality for me. Dude, that's my phone wallpaper. But I can't show it because I don't know who made the original art. And I'm not about to take somebody's art on stream. I wouldn't do it off stream either, but you know, might take it as my phone wallpaper. At least I'm not promoting it, but you know. Okay, I'm literally just scrolling through Google looking for a good picture of Sora. I want a darker image. You guys know me. I love darker thumbnails. I've always been like that. Just, I don't know. I feel like it's more visually appealing. Dude, I want this specific image, but I can't because it's so low quality. Give me a better one. It's a GIF. I don't want that. No, I need the regular. Honestly, I might take this image and try to, you know, spruce it up or something. I might try to do that. Okay, let's take this image, place it. What? Oh, paste. Okay, so I'm probably gonna go like this. Boom. That's how we vibe, boys. Y'all not gonna see that, bro. Hold it. So first, we're gonna take off this. because this is technically somebody's thumbnail, but we're gonna take that away. We're gonna take that away. You select, boom. Now we have one half of the thumbnail. This is literally just a screenshot of what happened. It's darker. I mean, it's lighter. I mean, I can always make it. Oh my goodness. What is that? Sorry. Okay. It's true. I promise you, Sora is not the master of masters. I promise you. Again, those of you guys that are going to be here, you know, the stream, you guys are going to hear me talk about it. I've talked about it plenty of times on stream, and a lot of people who come out to the streams believe it, you know, because I make sense. But it's just like the series has already provided us enough evidence to prove that as of right now, with our current knowledge, it is impossible for him to be the master of masters. But the thing is, just because it's impossible for him to be the master of masters now doesn't mean it's impossible whatsoever. You know, Nomura can literally just say one word and change it. So it's like, with that, saying one word is enough to make it possible. So it's not a big deal if it's not. It's not a big deal that it's not possible right now. Those of you guys that really just want him to be the master of masters instead of his own completely original character, you know, it's still possible. I don't know why you'd want Sora as the master of masters anyway. I'd want Sora to be Sora, you know, the same Sora I've always known. Just because Lushu ended up being Xigbar doesn't necessarily mean that I feel like that would work with other characters too. If anything, I would feel like it would take away from what we've learned about these characters. Then what was the point of traveling alongside Sora all this time and, you know, finding out what kind of character he was? What was the point of the last 18 years of, you know, showing us what kind of character Sora is, and then just saying, oh, one day he's going to be like this, or in another timeline he was like this? Why would that matter? Why is that something you feel like people would want to see? Do I even want to use this one? No, I did not want to search Adobe stock. It's not what I want to do. Also, I found a bug with Sora and Yuzora's counter. What encounter? What kind of bug is it? But the thing is, that's not how a lot of people say that, you know, Sora going back in time did this and that. How do you know that? The way time travel in Kingdom Hearts, specifically when you're using the power of waking to do this, it's not that he just went back in time and say because he changed something in time, the entire timeline is changed. It's not like that. If anything, it's more like Sora went back and rewound the DVD. He pressed rewind and went to a certain point and then changed the action he took then. And then that changes the outcome, but that doesn't affect anything that, you know, is already happening. Or that has already happened. So it's like, why would that be the case? And there's no evidence to support that being the case either. There's literally no evidence to prove any of that. However, there is evidence to prove he's not the master of masters with our current knowledge. That's the main reason I'm saying. Because most people think I'm just trying to hate. And I'm like, I promise you I'm not trying to hate. Even though it's not what I personally want, I promise you I'm not trying to hate. I'm just trying to give the facts here. And I wouldn't talk about it if it's not the case. You guys know me at this point. I'm not gonna do this for, you know, for the views or nothing like that. I'll only really make stuff that I feel like people will genuinely, you know, get something out of. Why does all this stuff suck? All these thumbnails, why are all these images so low quality? All right, time to look up the Master of Masters again. Master of Masters, Kingdom Hearts. You're the second person to come to me about the karma thing. The first person is Prodigy XCD. Maybe he's not as quick-witted as he originally thought. but he certainly came to me about it already. I completely understand the karma thing. I do understand. Prodigy already, gave me an earful about it. Bro, I need a good Master of Masters shot. Something I don't use every freaking video. Part of me is just like, who cares, bro? There are so many masked people or hooded people in Kingdom Hearts where I'm just going to start using them. But I know I'll get those commenters where it's like, that's Lushu on the thumbnail, right? That's actually Zigbar. That's, then I'm just like, bro, who cares, bro? It looks cool. I legit, I feel like I'm about to do that, but again, I know what I'm going to get. So that's why I'm not doing it right now. Master of Masters. What happens if I just do Master of Masters? Do I get any of my videos popping up? Yes, sir. Okay, well, I'm gonna go with what I have. I can't find anything better. Dang. It's hard finding good art. Official art. Guess I could go like this, but okay. Let's I hate using images so soon after one another. People are gonna think, hey, I've seen that video already. No, you haven't seen this video already, I promise. That's why the way John does his videos is so much easier, because it's just like, bro, just take the screenshot and then put mostly words on it. Which comment? When Sora hears his voice, then he tries to run from him, and we both see them, but we see Sora walking at the same speed. How Sora's running. What do you think? Hey, what? You found a bug with Sora and Yozora's encounters. So when Sora hears his voice, then he tries to run for him. We see both of them, but we see Yozora walking at the same speed of how Sora's running. I don't think that's supposed to be anything. I literally just think that's an animation thing. What's up, Motita? What if Master of Masters wasn't real? He was just Zigbar from another timeline. I mean, I probably wouldn't like that, because what would be the point of that in the first place? Ava is darkness. I'm saying it. Very unlikely. If anything, I think seeing how darkness masqueraded as the real Aqua, as they've already confirmed, darkness can, shapeshift into different people. It would make the most sense that kind of confirms, well, she probably isn't. But let's go ahead and blur the lines. Actually, that didn't happen. Now let's merge the lines. Okay, now let's blur the lines. Let's go ahead and blur that together. Boom. Now, how does that look? Good enough for me. Where was it up? There we go. That was not all the way. It was like right there. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at this. What game logo should I do? Did I make a Kingdom Hearts VR and Rex thumbnail? I definitely did. I I definitely did. Definitely made a Kingdom Hearts Viewer Rex thumbnail at some point. Let's sort by date. When did I do that collab with John? Cage Virum Rex PSD. Yes, I did make a logo. Thank you, Jordan from the past. Let's go ahead and take this. Wish I could change how I did that Sora. He's a little too to the right. He's too to the left right now. I think that's okay. But the Master of Masters is a light entity. I made a video about that. What's up, Twilight King? 92, like your name. We've seen nobody, but is there any sign of somebody in the Kingdom Hearts universe? Wait, what? Sign of somebody's? I mean, somebody's just a regular person. That's just the name that people use for somebody who's been recompleted. Like Sora is a somebody, while Roxas was a nobody, you know? Have I done a Melody of Memory logo or Master of Masters logo? I don't think the game would be called Master of Masters. But I did make a VRM Rex logo. Let's keep this here actually. So I've kind of been switching up my thumbnail style. I've been switching up the thumbnail style. So let's go back to the Union Cross update video. Let's take this, and that was a different resolution for that thumbnail. Okay, let's do this first. What was the name of this video? I need a clickbait phrase to do. Especially since I've done this video already, I need to make it as different as possible. Did I make that already? Didn't I do that for this thumbnail actually? The thumbnail I'm using for this stream. Didn't I hit? No, I did that for... I literally used the exact same words. Fake. I use the exact same words. Dang. I be using the same words in every title, thumbnail, bro. How y'all be dealing with me, bro? I appreciate it, Soul. It doesn't take much effort. I mean, a lot of it is just experience. I've made over 800 videos before, and I've done hundreds of streams. So it's like at this point, you know, if I was horrible at it, I'd have no one to blame but myself. It just takes time. Do you think the Master of Masters Melody of Memory cutscene with Xehanort could be in the data world when he was saying his name? Wait, Master of Masters cutscene with Xehanort could be in the data world when he was saying his name, similar to how a word was stolen in Cage 2 prologue with Roxas? No, I genuinely just think we weren't supposed to hear what it was. In a way, it kind of seemed like, based off his reaction, especially talking old man Xehanort when he was reminiscing about it, it kind of seemed like he didn't even actually hear what the name was. You think the Master of Masters is evil? Yes. Well, I don't think he's a good guy. Just because you are a bad guy does not mean you are a bad guy. You know? He may have, you know, just reasoning, but I don't think you having just reasonings for, you know, inciting genocide will ever, you know, that doesn't forgive what you've done. So, you know, regardless of the reasoning, it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, you did just, you know, okay, if you had to choose between saving the world or no, that's spoilers. That's legit spoilers. But if you had to choose between saving two people, and you had the choice between saving one group of people or saving the other, you still technically let them die, or you had to kill one and let the other live. You'd still just kill the whole group of people, kind of thing. Master's situation is different, obviously, because he specifically manipulated his own students into dying and inciting a war. He may not have participated in the war himself, but he literally, the reason why he was saying that the war was inevitable was because he was making sure it would happen. He had already sown the seeds to ensure that it would happen. That's why it was inevitable. So it's like he made sure he was giving everybody roles that conflicted with one another. And he knowing his students would trust him wholeheartedly, he knew he could get away with this. You can't tell me that's not evil, especially knowing a war would happen. And of course, you know, thousands of people dying. I mean, you've seen all those Keyblades in the Keyblade graveyard. Each of those represents, you know, a dead warrior, and all of those people died. And this whole thing could have been avoided if the masters didn't do that. You can't tell me he's not evil, because that's an evil thing to do. It doesn't matter what your reasoning is. Sounds pretty cool. Eyes of the Earth. Sounds pretty raw. I see you rocking that member badge. Also, I did change up how members work on the channel though. So with how members work, you don't have to pay $5 to be a member anymore. Depending on what member you decide to be, there are 3 different tiers for it. You can become one as low as $2.99 instead of having to pay like $5.99 or $4.99 or whatever it was. There is a tier 3 now too that wasn't here originally. So things like that. They all have different, you know, exclusivity rights and stuff like that. So whatever you guys choose to do, if you want to financially support the channel, I would appreciate wholeheartedly. Just to let you know. What's up, Randez? Depending on how I feel after I record the video in the stream, I might even play Chrono Trigger on stream. He isn't evil, he's just misunderstood. Nah, he's evil. But the master's true intentions above Erica's ancestor. The ends justifies the means kind of guy. That's basically what he is. The truth. Okay, let's see how I can get this going. Okay, so we'll make it like that. And then this one will be, let's get some unity here, make it bigger. Yo, that's kind of a clean thumbnail, bro. You ever make something and just be kind of proud of your work? That's me right now. I mean, we ain't talking, you know, I ain't, you know, the secret reports, but you know, I'm kind of in there right now. You feel me? I'm kind of in there right now. Something, all of a sudden, it doesn't look as good anymore. What did I do? Something doesn't look as good. That's kind of raw. I'm just so in between. I want to try something, actually. I want to try something. I'm probably not going to use it, but I want to try something just to see how it works, to see how it looks. Where is that thing? It is not here. No. 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 And that Chrono Trigger border I use is so clean too, dude. That one, those of you guys that have been here since the Chrono Trigger streams, bro, it was raw, dude. Oh yeah, I used to use borders for my thumbnails, bro. I hate using borders now. They just don't look good to me. I feel like I'm messing up when I do it. Okay, hold up. Let's bring out the navigator. Let's look a little closer. Let's go ahead and take... Okay, so now I'm going to... Boom. Okay, I specifically wanted to do that for a reason. Okay. Now, now, actually, did I not? What the freak? Okay, here. There we go. There it go. There it go. There it go. That made it not as good. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Deselect. Dude, that just doesn't look right. Like, why is this still here? Okay, let's go like, depending on how I do this, let's see here. Okay, this would have to go underneath that anyway. Let's bring out the, oh, that's a big boy right there. Okay. Let's shave a little bit. That kind of came together. It's completely unnecessary, but I feel like it adds a little unity. But I mean, if you were to take away the logo, you know, kind of looking a little yikes. Let's go like that. Make it a little bit more uniform with it. That does not look as good anymore. All right, let's take a little blur. Hit him with that clean blur. Boom, bam, bada bop, boom. Actually, delete that. Let's take this. Go like that, and then hit him with that bada bop, boom, pow. See that? Y'all see that, chat? Y'all see that? That's what I'm talking about. Gotta make it nice and good. Boom. That does not look good. Oh my, oh. I was like, oh my goodness. You look kind of scary for a second there. Oh. Lighter? Lighten? I'll just leave it normal then. All of it. No, let's go into camera raw filters. We're going a little bit deeper with this. I don't think you guys can actually see the pop-up window, but we getting a little bit deeper with this. Highlights. We gonna highlight the highlights. No, we not. Okay. Exposure. Ooh, why that kind of look raw? Hold up. Why did that kind of look raw? I know you guys can't see it. I don't think so, but ooh, that was kind of clean. Okay. Too much. Camera raw filter. Too much. I don't know. Bro, I need to record this video. I think that looks fine. I don't know if I want to add a vignette. I don't know. Especially because of how I made this. They're kind of off center. You wouldn't normally be able to see that, but feather the edges. No. Go back to normal. Amount. That vignette kind of looking fuego. Okay, let's try this. Bro, this is not supposed to be some Photoshop stream. I promise you that was not what this was supposed to be, but you know how it be though. Okay, let's get rid of the gloss. Now that this is here, let's try this. Blending options, and let's go and add that drop shadow. Let's make it look nice. Darken, and now let's make it look right. Okay. It's not what I need to do. Oh my goodness. I need to make it look like I need to get rid of this. Okay though. Oh, that other logo is still there. And the Community Cross logo is still there. Honestly, I think it looks fine. I can tell there's another, what is that? I don't know what that is. I think that's something underneath. There's something underneath. No, it's something here. What is that? It's the effect from the drop shadow. Whatever. We're good enough. Masters equal KingdomAce. Hey, somebody watches the videos. AI's photography. I appreciate you either way. The fact that you went the extra mile just means everything. When does the story of Union Cross end? We have no idea, Arvind. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Glad to see you in good spirit, my dude. I'm feeling pretty good today. Today was a pretty good day. Got to play some Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna specifically. And that's it. Oh, I had, as weird as it's gonna sound, don't cancel me, but I had steak, like real steak, for the very first time today. Maybe that had something to do with it, but ever since then I'm feeling kind of giddy. Like I just took that next step in life, you know? Like, feel that. Hey, y'all want to join the Discord server? !Discord. Can I ask if you know the Final Fantasy lowdown? I know a good bit about Final Fantasy. I'm not as hip with the lore as Kingdom Hearts, as I haven't played all of Final Fantasy, but next year I plan on going through a lot of Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest. I don't want to make the truth within smaller, really, because the text, if you're going to put text on a thumbnail, it's honestly one of the most important parts of a thumbnail. So if it's not easily visible, even on a tiny computer or a tiny phone screen, then that can defeat the impact you're trying to have with it. If I was going to make it smaller, I might make it that small. Making it too much smaller is a bad idea. I know that from experience. That I might go with, because when you're scrolling on YouTube and you see it like that, what is that? What is that? Oh, okay. Oh, it's just artifacting. When you see it like that, I think this is still okay. I think this is still okay. Makes me feel like it's off, but it's not. I can tell. When you set up grid lines, I can tell it's fine. If it snaps, that means it's fine. Yeah. Okay, so aspect ratio is fine. This one's not snapping. It definitely was off with this title, with this thumbnail. It definitely was. There's no way really to fix it. Who cares? Bro, this is a YouTube thumbnail, bro. It's not like I'm making a movie wall like poster or something. Who cares? It's not that big a deal. Whatever. I know too much Final Fantasy lore. Yeah, I know you do. I think making a Final Fantasy text channel on the Discord server was such a good idea. Like, I was like, bro, it's just gonna be another VC that's not used really. And I'm just like, bro, that was such a good idea to do. Such a good idea. Now that this is here though, where's my logo? Let's do that. Actually, why is this here? Ah, yeah, for that. Did I need that? It definitely helps. I think it helps. How opacity should be like that. There it go. There it go. There it go. Where is the logo? Where's the logo? Oh, I literally couldn't see that. But I guess that's the point. Guess I could also go right here. The only thing bad about this new thumbnail style is I can't use the classic you know, space wallpaper. You know, this, you know, the little space thing I always do like this. I can't use it. This is what this would look like without it. You see how bad the thumbnail looked without it? That's why I always put it, like, because I hate bright thumbnails. This is already still bright, but adding this adds so much more to it, dude. Adds so much more to it. Look at that. That's so much better. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping, but dude, I feel like these thumbnails are easier to make than the other ones I was doing. But okay, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to, this is just, okay, we could do it like this. Thumbnail. This is going to be, no. What should I name this video? The connection between. That'll work as a working title, I guess. Boom. There we go. Do it like that. The thing is, I feel like cool titles don't fully work for my type of videos. As much as I wish they did, they don't usually. So it's like, so okay. So now I believe I got the thumbnail saved. I do. Good. So now that is done. So now I think all we've got left to do is record the video. So I guess that means it's time for me to take down the green screen. Don't worry, we'll put it back up later. We'll put it back up later. We're going to take these filters, boom, boom. Did I take them off on? Oh, I forgot to take off chroma key. Boom. And now we are going to go like take away, what's the image? Oh, let me rename. So we're going to make that go away, and then we're going to make me appear. Oh, am I locked? I'm not locked. Here. Boom. Boom. Oh my goodness, I forgot. I'm not normally like this. I'm not normally like this. We're normally like, that's so cursed. Now this is what you guys are used to seeing. This is what you guys are used to seeing. I have a pimple and I'm mad. This is what you guys are used to seeing. Nah, the thing is, there's no Kingdom Hearts news at all next year. The only thing we're really going to be getting is Union Cross and Dark Road. Any ideas for stomach aches? Take a... What's that one pink medicine? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Stomach medicine. What's it called? Bro, if I look at Google Images, I'm gonna know what it is. Pepto-Bismol. Yeah, take some Pepto-Bismol. You'll be alright. Drink some water. You know, as a lot of parents say, you know, go lay down. Water, Pepto, laying flat. And if it's tense, try massaging it a little. Benadryl, Pepto. Y'all know Pepto-Bismol. Alright. If you guys are enjoying the stream, hit the like button for your boy. I would really appreciate it. Seeing how many likes we can get this stream. Especially since we're about to record a video. I'm gonna try to get this video up tomorrow. I don't have bags under my eyes, so well, kind of, but I'll be alright. Still looking, kind of looking clean. The hair is kind of looking on point too. So let's do this. Actually. And now there's like a giant flat part on it too, because I am great at timing things. I have to turn alerts off, so anybody that donates or subscribes, I won't be able to personally thank you until afterwards. Because who wants to just randomly get that notification in the middle of, you know, recording or watching a video? So it's like, okay. Okay. Appreciate it. Okay. So what am I talking about again? I'm talking about why the Master of Masters cannot be Sora. All right, editing Jordan. I'm gonna try to give you as little work as possible. Make it good, make it right. And that's all we gotta do. That's all we gotta do. You need to take a swig, and record. Why are you getting nervous? You've recorded hundreds of videos. What are you doing? Hey man, I've got a live studio audience here, all right? I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Boom. Where's the link to the stream? Hey, if you guys haven't already, share the link out with a homie. I would very much appreciate that. As I love having new people to talk to. As having all the new people we've had recently has been very, very fun. Did I tweet out the stream initially? I tweeted when it was coming. Did I tweet that it was out? No, I did not tweet that it was out. I'm messed up. I'm messed up. Boom. Let's do this. Okay. Look, Lucio, I did some bad stuff in my youth. Stuff that created a lot of darkness. I can't step foot in a city called Quadratum without risking arrest. What? Simple and clean, man. You got this. I think that master impersonation just then was pretty good. No? Okay. Ah, that was pretty good. Okay. Turning the music off as well, because I gotta edit this. Edit this. Okay. 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 That's funny. One of you. Ooh, that is clean, dude. Okay, sorry. Okay. 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 Make sure my phone isn't blaring or something. Okay. Let's do this, everybody. Let's record a video. The recording has started. Looking good. My hands, they're not catching me lacking. I am not ashy. I am good. Let me chill. That's great. I need to go. Sorry. No worries, Oliver. You have a good one. I appreciate you coming through. Okay, let's get it. So, I'm going to be honest with everybody watching this video and everybody watching the live stream as I'm actually streaming myself recording this video. I have talked about this topic numerous times. I was feeling like I was one of the people in this community that honestly never talked about it. And within the span of, say, a month or two now, I feel like I've talked about it more times than others now. And it really makes me upset about that because I feel like I ended up actually failing at what I was really trying to accomplish when I made those videos. But I need to talk about Sora being the master of masters again. So a lot of you guys who do come out to the live stream probably already have a complete idea what I'm going to say, as I usually say it word for word the exact same way. And because of that, I'm honestly not too sure how long this video is going to be. So if you see KingdomAce uploaded a 2-minute video or something like that, I am very sorry. But for my own, I guess my own self, I need to have this said because I want to have my community on one accord. And even if you don't believe it, I want it to be known that there is evidence that completely denies the possibility. Now, me saying that I don't believe that Sora is the master of masters has probably already made people click off. So I apologize if you're one of those people who have done that, but at least hear me out. Even if you walk out of this video completely still not on board with it and you still believe what you believe, that's 100% fine. As long as you heard me out, I would still appreciate it, especially if you did so before commenting. But with that, let's dive right in. Okay? That's that's where I edited it in. You guys know my videos. That's where, the logo, the logo thing. Okay. So there's a couple points I want to dispute, similarly as I did in previous videos, but there's a lot of connection between the Sora and the Master of Masters that people say, such as how they act. Sora and the Master of Masters are both characters that are very expressive, and even some of the actual physical movements they make are similar, according to a lot of people. No, they're not. No, they're not. The thing is, ever since the reveal of Zigbar being Lucio, a lot of people feel that because we have a whole nother, even more significant character that identity was never revealed, it has to also be linked to a character we also already know, just as it was for Lucio. And in the end, no, it doesn't have to be. I mean, the thing is, one thing I want to make 100% clear at the beginning of this is that as of right now, it is impossible. There is evidence that makes it impossible for Sora to be the Master of Masters. However, that can 100% change with, a snap of a finger for Nomura. Bro, I gotta wipe my eyes, dude. I gotta wipe my eyes. I feel like I can't look into the camera. So just because it's not possible for him to be the Master of Masters right now, that can easily change in the very next game. So don't be discouraged, all of you who want it to be the case. I'm just letting it be known that it's impossible with our current knowledge. And going into it, let's go and talk about why it's not possible. Doubling back, I did want to reiterate again because I kind of cut myself off. It is impossible for him to be the Master of Masters, and trying to justify that they both, are very expressive, even in their actual physical movements. How Sora puts his hands behind his head and, is very expressive, even physically, just like how the Master of Masters is, how he normally goes about doing things, fantastically and everything like that. But at the end of the day, what's that got to do with anything? Just because you have two expressive people doesn't mean they're the same person. I'm a pretty expressive person. Most of the people who are in the live stream know that. But does that make me the Master of Masters? Oh, wait, you guys seen the video. Of course I'm the Master of Masters. But I'm just saying, that is a very, very not good reason to say so. I mean, I know you're thinking, oh, Nomura, he's putting this subtle thing to let you know that no, I don't think that's the case. With our current knowledge, it can't be the case. And now, with me having said that numerous times, let's get into why. I've somehow like made this go on for 5 minutes. But I feel that, Neo J. No worries. Come back when you're ready. Can't nobody force you. So, in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and even earlier in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, in these games, they made sure to specifically tell you how the laws of time travel work. They even have included certain exceptions to those rules. Things like fairies and wizards are able to bypass the laws of regular time travel, and even not even just that, the laws of regular travel anyway, as they can just teleport wherever they do and want to be. They can even teleport between realms, as you know. Yin Sid's whole tower is actually in the realm between, and they go back and forth between there and the realm of light. So they can already just bypass the normal laws of said universe. In Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, they specified that in order to time travel, you need to leave your body behind to do it. And you had to. In Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, they specifically said that in order to time travel, you needed to leave your body behind to do it. And when doing so, your destination has to have a version of yourself waiting for you. And that is how time travel works within Kingdom Hearts. Though Kingdom Hearts 3 did introduce there are some ways to bypass it and still make it possible. Because there was a Xehanort still living in Kingdom Hearts 3, they were able to put replicas They were able to send these people's hearts through time and place them within replicas. And that is how we have all these different versions of Xehanort in one particular time, even when, say, Xemnas was already killed in Kingdom Hearts 2. So, knowing how the laws of time travel exist, it's currently impossible for Sora to be the master of masters because if he were to have to do so, he would have to leave his body behind to do it, which he has done before, but we've seen all the cases to where he would need to do that, and they had nothing to do with becoming the master of masters. And there has to be a version of himself waiting at the destination, that being in the Age of Fairy Tales. But there is no version of Sora waiting back then. Where would he be going? And you can't say there's a replica that's waiting for him because Vexen created the replica. He had the replica program back when he was making Riku replica and, Number I, who was Shion. That's the whole reason that thing existed in the first place. I do think so, Andrew. Playing them in chronological order, that's how the original developers wanted people to experience the story. It's how millions experience the story. I genuinely think that's just for the best. I think, well, release order, I should say, not necessarily chronological. Playing in the release order, I feel, is the most intended purposes because playing Birth by Sleep before Kingdom Hearts 1, they still expect you to have played Kingdom Hearts 1, as there are certain scenes that will spoil that plot. So, I don't even know what I was talking about. Vex, Vex, Vex was doing. Yes, Vexen was doing that. God, Vexen was doing so. Yes, Vexen. Vexen. Another thing to note is in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, the Master of Masters has specified his childhood and there being a Keyblade war going on, and him having a Keyblade and him never having specifically a master. This specifically, goes against the childhood we know Sora had. Sora didn't know a Keyblade was a thing until KH1 when he randomly got one. And even back then, a Keyblade wasn't specifically, common around then. So that in itself also contradicts the history that the Master of Masters has in his past. So again, it's kind of impossible for Sora to be the Master of Masters with our current knowledge because you can't solve the problem of needing a version of yourself waiting at the destination back in the age of fairy tales. I know some people try to say that Ventus is, that other version of himself that's waiting there at the destination, but that's not the case. That's Ventus from the past. Ventus from the past had nothing to do with Sora. Sora wasn't even thought of back then. So it's literally impossible for that to be the case. And regardless of what you think, Sora and Ventus are still two completely separate people. Even when Ventus had his heart within Sora, that didn't make Ventus any less of a person. He's still his own individual. His heart just resided within Sora. That's how that works. So that wouldn't change Ventus, into, another version of Sora. No, that's not how that works. Um, Andrew, I'm actually recording a video live for you guys. So the reason you see me pause is because I have to make sure I know what I need to say next. This isn't me just regularly streaming. I'm actually recording a video. Some people are probably coming in like, why is he pausing like that? Why is he talking? Is he okay? What's up, Britt? But yeah, I'm recording a video. Also, thank you for the compliment, Andrew. But I am recording a video, so that's why. Now, there are ways to end up making it to where Sora being the Master of Masters is possible. They could easily just say Sora learns how to, go past the laws of time travel in this series. That's literally all Nomura has to say, and that would completely make it possible. It only takes, a couple seconds in a cutscene of a single game to make something like that possible. But I don't think they will do that because Nomura thinks of Sora as his kid, and doing something as controversial as making him a person who incited a war and ended up having thousands of people dying. I don't think that's something he'd want to tie to Sora specifically, especially with having established what kind of person Sora has been for the last 18 years. I don't think it's really going to end up happening. It could, but I have no idea. But that is mainly what I wanted to say for this video. Until someone can tell me, if you have any way to tell me, I'd love for you to tell me how Sora could be the Master of Masters, knowing that if Sora is the Master of Masters, he would have to bypass the laws of time travel. And with our current knowledge, Sora is not capable of doing so. Even trying to use the power of waking in a way that it was never meant to be used ended up getting him booted from the universe. So I don't necessarily think that was going to be the case. And until you try to say something like, oh, well, the Master of Masters is Sora from another timeline and, it's a parallel world and that's Sora, there's no evidence that supports that. There's literally nothing in the series that says that is the case. And there's no even real evidence pointing to that even being possible. You got to go beyond just body language of somebody. There needs to be actual concrete evidence and hints littered throughout the series to make something like that possible. But until someone can tell me, this is literally just it. I'm not just trying to hate on anybody else's thoughts. This is literally just me trying to spit facts. So until then, that's just the case. But I'm sorry if I came off rude in this video. I wasn't really sure. Even everybody watching the stream, I apologize all the pauses because I wanted to make sure I had everything I needed to say right. So you guys watching the actual video got the optimal experience without all the pauses and like me meditating on this to make sure, I get myself right, because we all make mistakes. And at the end of the day, it's all in good fun. Even if you want Sora to be the Master of Masters, that's all in good fun. Even if you want to see the hero turn villain, or seeing that Sora has this dark future ahead of him, or it's him from another timeline, it's all fun to talk about. I may not think that Sora's the Master of Masters, but I still like talking about it. At the end of the day, that's just how it is. And if you guys would like to, join in on conversations, you can always join into the Discord server. You can always come out to the live streams, make sure that bell icon is hit so you know whenever we go live. But if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button. It would really help me out and let me know that you guys do like these kind of videos, especially since it was completely unscripted. If you guys would also be interested in seeing me record videos live again, those of you guys watching live, I'd appreciate if you hit the like button. And those of you guys that are watching the actual video for this, I would appreciate if you hit the like button as well, because I'll take the amount of likes this video gets as something towards that reasoning. But that will be it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and remember, my warriors of courage, to stay strong, stay beautiful, and always look skyward. That's a wrap. 18 minutes of raw footage. Oh, editing, Jordan. I said I was going to make it easy on you when I didn't. How did I make a video I was scared was going to be 2 minutes long into 18 minutes? Oh, I need to re-record that. I need to re-record that. I literally don't feel comfortable even editing that. Like I feel like that was just so I did stuff out of order. I ask a question, interrupt myself, then go back to the question after another question. That was not good. That was not good. That was not good. That wasn't good at all. You guys have seen me record a video on stream before. That was nowhere near as good. That was nowhere near as good. The final episode in Birth by Sleep is something you get after completing the main game. It is the true finale of Birth by Sleep. By the way, if you're going to play Birth by Sleep, the optimal way to do it is Terra then Aqua. When I played it for the first time, I actually went then Terra Aqua, but I think the story is more digestible if you go Terra then Aqua. I believe that's actually how it's laid out. I think actually I haven't played Birth by Sleep in a bit, but I'm pretty sure it's laid out Terra then Aqua. As long as you play Aqua last, don't play Aqua first. Playing Aqua first will make doing the final episode more annoying. My experience: 10 minutes video equal 30 minutes of recording, 2 hours of editing, then however long it takes to render and upload. I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that. Like, I definitely feel that. I want to make it like, okay, it's like every YouTuber knows you should be, if you're a monetized channel, you should be trying to get hit 8 minutes. Then I know the thing is, oh, he's just trying to hit 10 minutes so he can get ads. Well, one, they changed it to 8 minutes, so we Gucci. Two, the only thing is, it's not just about being able to get a video monetized, especially so, I can pay my bills, but it's also because longer videos do better in YouTube's search algorithm. So you are more likely to find my videos, even through recommendation or through search results, better if my video is longer. Because if I make a longer video, say I upload a 15-minute video, that makes the average time watched on my video, let's say 7 minutes. But if I upload a 6-minute video, maybe most people only watch 3 to 4 minutes. But because this video was watched for 7 minutes and got 2,000 views, and this video watched for 3 minutes and got 2,000 views, that means there are more watch hours on this video, even if they're about the exact same topic. Which means YouTube will recommend the one people are watching more, which is this video that ends up being longer. Those of you guys that don't know how the YouTube algorithm works, that's how it works, which is why another big reason some people like uploading videos 10 plus minutes long. Of course, you end up making it more possible to make the video feel like it lacks substance, all that stuff. But it is certainly possible for that to be the case. But I feel like I have a personality that I can work with it. If I don't upload a video that's 8 minutes long, I'll probably hate myself, but I'll still upload it. But it depends. I'm probably gonna re-record this again live and see what we think. Now I understand. I know that feeling when you feel like you need to redo a take of an entire video. It's okay. Do what you need to make it comfortable for you. Because honestly, it's like sometimes you make something and it's like when you got a whole essay to write and you kind of just screwed around the whole time. You got it done, but it's kind of like, dang, am I really gonna get an A on this? Can I get at least a C? It's like, is midday the best starting choice in Kingdom Hearts 1? I'm not too sure what you mean by midday, but you can play it at any time. Gotta let go of that tension, man. You're a perfectionist and I respect it, but just remember you're gonna judge yourself harder than others. You take a few deep breaths before you re-record. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take a few deep breaths and re-record that. I honestly feel like I screwed around in that video a lot. Like I bet you, like, yeah, the raw footage was 18 minutes, but there was a ton of pauses. There was times where I forgot what I had last said because I started reading comments. So if I re-record, I'm probably not going to read any comments. If anybody asks like, why is he pausing or what the freak is he doing or something like that, it's because I'm recording. So make sure people know that. I'm gonna trust y'all. Any mods in the chat, I trust you. Trust you. Or anybody else, even if you're not a mod. Dawn, Midday, and Dusk. Oh, yes. Dang, has it been that long since I played Kingdom Hearts 1? Yes. This was actually done by Noon Vincent on Twitter, the same person who created my avatar for the channel. So much love to Noon Vincent. Appreciate you. My brother got it for me for my birthday. Birthday was 2 months ago already, almost 2 months ago. Dang. Okay, we're re-recording. We're re-recording. Okay. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna open up the file location for where I saved that and put it somewhere else. That way I don't forget. Actually, I'll just put take one. Take one. Boom. What's up? What's up, Britt? Maybe it's this on. Turn that off. Then I'll rub my eyes. Hey, well, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, Andrew. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we're recording. Okay. So I really felt uncomfortable making this video and I really debated on not doing it. It primarily the reason for that is because I've done this video twice technically. And the main reason I'm even debating on recording it in the first place is because I feel like I have seen a resurgence in people thinking that Sora is the master of masters. And it couldn't be more untrue with our current knowledge. And I feel like I've made that blatantly obvious in both of those videos. And those of you guys that come out to the live streams, which I am live streaming right now, and you guys in the chat, I see y'all, I appreciate y'all. You guys have probably heard it from me tons of times why the Sora's, not the master of masters. And everybody that comes in that says, hey, do you think Sora's the master of masters? You guys got to hear the whole spiel because you know how I don't know how to stop talking. I much love to you guys. But I feel like I need to make a definitive video expressing why it's not the case. I've already done a video when people tell me their reasonings why, and literally going comment by comment and just, saying, no, it can't be because of that. It can't be because of that. It can't be because of that. I've already done that. So it's like at this point, I'm just going to give a clear cut reasoning as to why it's not possible. And because of that, especially since I've already talked about it so many times, I'm not too sure how long this video is going to be. So if it ends up being like 3-4 minutes, I apologize. But at this point, I've talked about this already. We're not new to this topic. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Okay. So if you like to think back all the way in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, that is when we originally got the aspect of time travel within this series, at least in a definitive manner, where they ended up actually setting the rules as to how time travel works. They specifically say that you need to leave your body behind to do it. Delete that. Delete that. Editing, Jordan. So if we think back, if you go back and remember Dream Drop Distance and Birth by Sleep, these games kind of set the standard for how time travel works in the Kingdom Hearts series. And they definitively say that in order to time travel, you need to leave your body behind to do it. And there needs to be a version of yourself waiting at the destination, meaning you can't actually time travel outside of your own lifespan, because obviously you don't exist after you've already died, and you don't actually exist before you've actually been born. So you can only time travel within this span of you living. And Xehanort has manipulated this rule to his own gain throughout the Kingdom Hearts series, even before we even realized it was happening, and him as the Brown Robe Man in Kingdom Hearts 1, and so much more. Now, things do get a little technical because of Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3, they entered the aspect of using replicas to dump hearts into. So when a heart travels from a different time, they can literally just be dumped into a replica and be here in that time. Yes, that is possible. They have blatantly made that obvious. But there's one omission about that that really proves that Sora cannot be the master of masters. You have to remember that Vexen was the one who created the replica. You remember them talking about the replica program back in Region of Memories and Days and Kingdom Hearts 2, etc. So we know the original replica was Riku replica, and we know number I, who was Shion, was also another replica. And of course, all of them in Kingdom Hearts 3 are all replicas too, because most of them have already died, so they needed to come back to this time by using a replica. But because the fact that Vexen was the one who created the replica program, meaning any time before, say, Reach into Memories and Days, the replicas were non existent. We have not seen anywhere in the series that replicas actually exist. So, as far as we know, with our current knowledge, it is impossible to time travel using a replica in this series. Another point in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, the Master of Masters specifically starts going into his past when he was talking to Lucio. He talked about how there was a Keyblade War going on when he was a lad, and all the people that fought in it, and all of this stuff as well. And that when he, got of age, he didn't end up having a master or anything, but he's the only one from back then that really matters. And at the end of the day, this still completely contradicts Sora's past. We've already seen Sora basically grow up, him being 4 years old in Birth by Sleep, all the way to his current age in Remind and Melody of Memory. There has been no real time where Sora has left his body behind to specifically go and time travel back to the age of fairy tales. You can try to say that when Sora ended up defying fate in Kingdom Hearts 3, that is when he did it, but we saw Sora the whole time when that happened. We saw where he went. He died and went to the final world, and he went back to each aspect to save each of his friends and get back to right as when he was getting to the Keyblade graveyard. We saw that entire experience, and we saw his behind the scenes in endeavor in Remind. So we have never seen him go back to the age of fairy tales, and with our current knowledge, there is no evidence pointing to him doing so in the first place. And then we come to basically my strongest point. Because there is no replica, because we've never seen Sora, actually go back in time to the age of fairy tales. Let's say that he did do this. How would that actually be possible? You need to leave your body behind to do so, and there has to be a version of yourself waiting at the destination. And because there is no version of Sora waiting at the destination, how could he actually be there in the Age of Fairy Tales to masquerade as this Master of Masters? That's not possible. Some may try to say that, oh, well, Ventus is here. That's a version of Sora. No, it's not. This is Ventus years before he had anything to do with a Sora. So this Ventus is a completely separate and his own being. So even if you say they have something and ties together in the future, that doesn't affect this Ventus in the past. So even if you try to work Vanitas into it and him looking like Sora, Vanitas wasn't specifically created yet. We've seen Vanitas being created by Old Man Xehanort in a cutscene in Birth by Sleep, which technically took place before the events of Birth by Sleep, shortly after, because we know Ventus wasn't really right after that extraction, and he ended up being passed on to Ericus to be his disciple instead of Xehanort's. So until someone can actually prove that, say, Sora is able to disregard the laws of time travel and actually go back all the way then and not needing a version of himself waiting at the destination, he can go and just live an entire other life as a young boy to a young man, a strapping young man, and raise up all these pupils and write a book of prophecies and all this stuff. Until someone can actually prove that, it is literally impossible because of everything we know about this series. This can easily be changed just by a simple sentence in the future. This can easily be changed, but with our current knowledge, it is impossible for that to be the case. But as of this current moment, I believe that's everything I needed to say on the topic. I've said this line so many times on stream before, so I apologize to those of you guys watching right now and having to hear me talk about this, a third time, especially since this isn't even my first recording of this. So much love to all you real ones watching this right now live, and all of you guys who decided to watch all the way to the end. Even if you don't believe me after watching this video, I still appreciate you taking the time out of your day to go and actually hear what I have to say. And if you still have reasonings as to why the Master of Masters could be Sora, definitely let me know in the comments below. I know some people are probably going to say alternate timeline and parallel world, all this stuff, but because there's no actual evidence that support that, we didn't see, some brown hair underneath his mask or his hood or anything like that. We didn't see him have a similar voice or refer to a similar past as Sora. Nothing. We don't have any of that. I'm probably just going to disregard stuff like that. But if you have something you feel is legitimate, definitely let me know. I am 100% open to letting my mind be changed. But those of you guys that did enjoy this, definitely hit the like button for me. It'll let me know that you guys like watching and recording the videos live. And if you guys would enjoy this actual video, even though you just watched it in post, I would very much appreciate that as well. And share this video with your friend. This is a video that really needs to be shared with within the community, because this is something that I feel that has some of the most vital information going forward in Kingdom Hearts. So if you can do so with sharing it with a friend that watches Kingdom Hearts videos, who is getting into Kingdom Hearts and they're trying to understand the whole thing and they're just trying to connect stuff at this point, share it with other YouTubers. Things like that would all really mean a lot to me. But thank you guys so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and remember my words of courage to stay strong, stay beautiful, and always skyward. Okay, that was most certainly better. That was most certainly better. That was most certainly better. So we knocked it down from almost 19 minutes. It was like 1850 something. We knocked it down from basically 19 minutes to barely 11 minutes. So I think we did pretty good that time. I think we did pretty good that time. I mean, it's not going to be no 10-minute video probably. It might make it to 9, maybe 8, 9 minutes, but I definitely think that was a way better take, and I feel way better about that one. I genuinely feel better about that. I definitely feel better. There we go. I'm just literally gonna delete the last one. I'm just gonna delete that last take. Boom. I was rushing things, recording 30 minutes to find out the mic was either muted or the camera didn't take for some reason. That's when you step away for a break. I definitely feel that. I've definitely done that. Right? I used to be a Let's Player before I was, a JRPG channel. Um, and I definitely have done that before when I was recording a Let's Play, and then boom, I realized the mic was muted, or it was muted all the way in what's it called, the volume mixer. So that definitely sucked. like 2 and 3 because I love KH lore. I think KH2 has some of the weakest story in the whole series. Oops, I definitely shouldn't have said that out loud. 3, I love it though. I love it. 2 has amazing gameplay. I mean, they're all great games, but I like some more than others. I like some more than others. Part of me thinks, should I end stream now? But I've only been streaming for an hour and a half, bro. It's already 10:15, dude. Why is it 10:15 already? I said I could probably stream Chrono Trigger, but it's like I've been making Chrono Trigger its own thing for a while now. So it's like I kind of feel bad going, and people who are trying to keep up with that, I guess I can always make a thing and say, hey, Chrono Trigger is also in this stream. Just skip to this. But I also feel like I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't. I think my biggest problem with KH3 is the pacing. Too much crammed into the end. Plus, they nerfed my favorite world, Radiant Garden. I definitely think I can agree with the pacing, especially towards the end. They stuffed a whole bunch at the end, but I also feel like putting a lot of that throughout the main game and the various worlds probably wouldn't have worked as well. So I do feel that Kingdom Hearts 3 worked the best doing what it did, but at the same time, I still have the same issue as you do. I definitely still agree that's an issue that Kingdom Hearts 3 has. Even I can admit that. Even I can admit that. We could throw some music back on, and we can, now that we've recorded, we can actually. That should be. There we go. And now, I can already tell I'm off. Let's go. Boom, boom. Now let's go and flip. It's gonna feel really weird looking at me now, temporarily, because I was not looking this way this whole time. Then we're gonna go and put that background back, just like that. I don't like KH2's story, really. It feels boring, and most of it feels like it doesn't matter until, the end. The beginning feels like it's important, some aspects of the middle and the end, but I feel like there's too much clutter and I don't care about it. Kingdom Hearts 3 also has a thing where, a lot of its worlds are just the story of the Disney worlds, but I also feel like that in the end it kind of didn't matter, because it works as a conclusion better, while KH2 isn't really a conclusion, so it doesn't fit that story as well, in my opinion. Do I make sense? I'm not making sense. Makes sense to me, but Oh, they just updated Twitter desktop. That is strange. That is strange. KH1 has a very solid story because it's the first game. It was made in a way similar, because Nomura has a lot of inspiration from Star Wars in Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 1 is structured very similarly to Star Wars New Hope, which was Star Wars Episode 4, the first movie. It's made in a way to where if you chose to not play any Kingdom Hearts after 1, you would feel content. And that was the best way they wanted to start that. And Birth by Sleep has a phenomenal story. It just overall has a phenomenal story. It's pretty sad though, especially towards the end, but it's very good. I'm gonna start watching Steins Gate pretty soon. Is the anime girl with the red hair from the poster in the room you're in a character from Steins Gate? Yes, that is the lead heroine, Makise Kurisu. Make sure when you watch Steins Gate and then Steins Gate 0. Despite having a 0 in it, there's a reason for that. It's a sequel. Steins Gate 0 is the sequel. It's the next season. Do not watch Steins Gate 0 first. It will mess you up. You are not ready for that. Watch the original first. And then once you know what happens, then you can see the next season. Just like you would watch season 1 then 2. Don't watch season 2 then 1. I didn't pick up KH1 young. I mean, I got into the manga when I was a kid, and I didn't play Kingdom Hearts until Birth by Sleep. So I guess you could say I'm nostalgic for that story. But even then, I'm able to look past nostalgia and see a game for what it truly offers. That's why, even though, Kingdom Hearts 3, might not be the best video game ever and all this stuff, Kingdom Hearts 3 completely, excelled in doing what it set out to do. Even if you don't like the game as a whole, it still achieved what it was trying to do. So it still did what it was trying to do. So yes, Chrono Trigger is by far my favorite RPG on the SNES. Even more so, it's one of my favorite video games, period. Next to Persona 4 Golden and Xenoblade Chronicles. All three of those games are my number one favorite. I can't pick between those. My favorite differs on the day, of the week. So Wednesday, Chrono Trigger might be my favorite. Thursday, Persona 4 Golden. Monday, Xenoblade. You never know. Honestly, it depends on what I'm talking about or how I'm feeling. And no other game comes close to those games. I'd probably say Yakuza 0 and Majora's Mask come close, or Mother 3. Those games also come close. Then I'd probably say like Dragon Quest 11, but those games are still, as much as I absolutely adore those games, they're still come from they're still a distant bit behind those ones. So my number 2 spot is distance behind my number 1. Yes, you can watch the movie before Zero. You can. It came out before Zero, so you certainly can. There are a lot of people who don't like the movie. I personally like the movie. I do like the movie, but you don't have to watch the movie. So as long as everybody knows that if you're getting into Steins Gate, you don't have to watch the movie. But the movie takes place after, despite that, you should, if you're going to watch it at all, you should watch it before Zero, because it might make you a little confused. It technically takes place after Zero and the original Steins Gate. The original Steins Gate kind of takes place at the same time as the original. The original Steins Gate kind of takes place at the same time as Zero. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. But I mean, the anime, of course, explains it perfectly well. And if any of you guys who feel like you're dub watchers, Steins Gate has a fantastic dub. So it's fantastic. So it's easily one of my favorite dubs. The voice direction they did for it is amazing. The actual main character is actually, I believe he's the lead voice director for the show. So he actually did a fantastic job. He perfectly encaptures the character Okabe Rintaro is. I originally played the visual novel, so it was a delight seeing how well they did an English dub for it, and overall how well the anime adaptation was, because usually when visual novels get adapted into animes, it's a very bad sign, and it never normally ends up being good. Look at Danganronpa for an example. Danganronpa 1 had a horrible anime adaptation. It was horrible. But Steins Gate, they did absolutely fantastic. I don't think Zero has the greatest adaptation. I just don't. I think it's a disservice to what Zero originally was. I feel like if you just watch the anime, you'll like the first season more than the second season. But if you played the visual novels, I think you'll like Zero more. But the thing is, one is very linear with its time travel in a way. It's very tight and focused, which is good. There are way more complexities for it in Zero, which makes it very difficult to adapt. I feel like with as difficult as a task as it was, which is why it took years to do, I think they did as good as they could. I think they did as good as they could. Did they leave some stuff out? Did I feel like that they could have done better? I mean, if they took more time, I mean, I'm sure like they could, but at the end of the day, it's still a fantastic watch. It not being the best adaptation it could have been doesn't mean it's not great, because it still was. It was. Do you like Dragon Quest 5 or 9? I have not beaten either, but I have tried Dragon Quest 9, and I've played a few hours of it, and I loved everything that I played of it. Everything from how it looked, how it sounded, and the general concept, the angel thing, all of it was awesome. I love that. I have not touched anything of Dragon Quest 5. Never played it. I plan on doing my first experience with that game on stream. So if you're looking forward to, playthrough streams, we should definitely do that. Do I think the dub is better than the sub? And if the movie is after Zero, wouldn't it spoil Zero though? No, it actually does not spoil Zero. Primarily because, again, Zero takes place at the same time as the original series does, just in a different timeline. But it makes you think, okay, well, if it just takes place at a different timeline, then why can't I watch that one first? I promise you, without spoiling, just because it takes place at the same time in a different timeline doesn't mean that the events of the first game or first series didn't happen, which they did, and they greatly affect the characters going into that season. So you should most certainly not do that. However, the movie takes place in a completely different timeline of both, and it's the end result of what everyone was working towards in the entire series. So, which is why, even though it takes place after both, you should still certainly watch it before Zero, because Zero, even though the events of Zero affects making this possible, it was still made with the intention of people not having seen Zero yet. So you can perfectly watch it before Zero if you want. You can watch it afterwards. It won't affect your experience at all, as long as you know when it takes place. I mean, as long as you see the ending of the first season, you'll know when this takes place. I mean, the main character says it at the beginning where this takes place. So, not spoiling, but yes. Do I think the dub is better than the sub? I like them both equally. I have seen the potential of each of the actors. I've watched the anime, dub, and sub multiple times. I've seen the dub around 5 times. I've seen the sub around 3 times of the anime, and I've played the visual novel twice all the way through, and the visual novel only has subs, and it's the same actors. So I've seen them both versions about 5 times. I've seen it that much. Yes, I love Steins Gate that much. It greatly affected my life. But I like them both equally. I truly feel it's one of those series to where it doesn't matter which one you watch them in. Watch it in whatever you feel most comfortable with. If you say usually watch dubs, then watch it in dub. If you usually watch sub, watch it sub. You will have a phenomenal experience, regardless. I feel all the voice actors fit. And there is, like 2 voices in the series in both sub and dub that some people don't care for. Some people don't like the main boy Daru in sub, and some people don't like Ferris in dub. So I mean, I like them all, regardless. I mean, they specifically were trying to, the voice director definitely knew what kind of character he was trying to portray with these voices. And I feel he got the actors to do exactly he brought the most out of those characters in either version. So again, you watch it in whatever you feel best at. All right, Lambert, you have a good one. I appreciate you coming through. Have y'all watched The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya? It plays at Steins Gate somewhat, but it's good. I have wanted to watch it for so long, but I keep forgetting about it. Like, legit, I feel bad about myself for not doing it. I feel bad about it. Like, legitimately, we were streaming through Steins Gate, the visual novel. They actually re-released the visual novel that uses the aesthetics of the anime. And of course, there are scenes in the visual novel that never appeared in the anime. And they actually altered one scene because they felt like it was too dark for the anime. Steins Gate is not a horror or even a thriller. It's a sci-fi show. But they didn't feel comfortable having that part animated, but they actually animated it for the new visual novel for Steins Gate Elite. So that was really cool to see. Hey Jason, what's up? I'm wondering if we're going to play Chrono Trigger now. I'm very interested in seeing if we're going to do so. We've been talking about a bunch of stuff, and we even recorded a video, so I feel like I did my work today. All right, thank you, Ace. No worries, Shelby. Let me know how you think about it. I know you're in the Discord server, So any of you who choose to watch Steins Gate, you definitely should, and let me know in the Discord server. If anybody can do !Discord, and the bot in the chat will give you a link to the Discord server, I might as well take initiative and go ahead and do so. !Discord is there. Definitely watch Haruhi. It's a ride. What's up, Hitori? Thanks for, reiterating that, because I'm definitely going to, I think I'm in between anime right now. I've been watching a lot of like Korean shows that are on Netflix. Like The Uncanny Counter is fantastic. The Korean actors do a fantastic job of portraying emotion, and everything that was going on in that show is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And they actually not animated, but they actually just released a live action series of this manhwa I had been reading a while back. It's one of my favorite manhwa, called Sweet Home. They actually just made a live action series on it for Netflix, and just came out today. You have Netflix. It's a little bit of a darker show, into the world type thing, but if that's up your alley and you read the description and you think it's cool, you should definitely watch it. It's really good. The Kingdom, need Chrono on Switch. Great play and story, need to know, but I know you told everyone. Yes, the dream. I have told it. I have preached it so many times. I am really thinking about playing Chrono Trigger right now on stream, because we were doing a playthrough for it, but I haven't really done it in a while, mainly because I don't like playing through multiple games at once. We were playing through Chrono Trigger and Minish Cap at the same time, and I felt like I needed to put Minish Cap down for a bit, because I mainly focus on, I guess, RPG stuff. And though Zelda is an RPG, I felt like more people were interested in Chrono Trigger, which is Chrono Trigger is a game I like more too, so I was more willing to do that. So that's why I can continue with Chrono Trigger. But I actually put Chrono Trigger down for a bit on stream, because that's when a whole bunch of news stuff was happening, and I redid my grind for the channel, as we're really trying to hit 10,000 subscribers before December 31st gets here. Well, the end of December 31st gets here. So when you play games like Chrono, do you often do off-screen grinding? Chrono Trigger isn't really a game where you need to grind. The game does not have random encounters or anything. There are event battles that you will have to do, but you can avoid enemies and stuff like that. But as long as you just go within your path and do the fights that are there, you will never have to grind in that game. I've never grinded in Chrono Trigger before, and I've played through this game like 5 or 6 times. I've never had to grind in it. Whether you're playing the DS version, the mobile version, or the PC version, which I own all of, you don't have to grind in the game. The game is specifically tailored to where you don't need to. If you do it, it's just because you want to. I mean, you can. I mean, you get something out of doing it. You get, new text that you can get between characters. There's a lot of intricacies in the combat of Chrono Trigger. So, and it caters to anybody who it rewards you for exploring the mechanics of the game. Nice to know when you read manhwas. What's the name of that live action series? It's called Sweet Home. It was on the header of Netflix. It was on the header. It was absolutely I haven't finished it yet, but I have read the manhwa. I read through it completely. I was actually at my cousin and my aunt and uncle's house when I actually finished it, when the final chapter came out. Man, that was so phenomenal. I remember exactly where I was sitting, what I was doing. I remember all of that, dude. It was great. Nice to hear. I just worry over when it comes to failing too many times on a boss. I completely understand. You should never really have to do that. Chrono Trigger is something to where the AI for everybody is very smart, including the enemies. So you might find yourself losing sometimes, but it's not because you're not an appropriate level. It's because you need to learn the boss. Every boss has their own patterns and how they work, and they all respond to the things you do in different ways. So depending on how you choose to play it will change your experience. You can make things blatantly harder for yourself if you choose to do so. One thing I really do recommend too is talk to NPCs. Chrono Trigger is one of those games where exploring the world is one of the most rewarding things. Not only do you find goodies all over the place, like new armor, new weapons, you know, money, things like that too. Unexplorable areas that you realize I'm gonna get something that'll let me come back here later, things like that. But there's a lot of depth for the NPCs. I feel like there's more depth for the NPCs in that game than there are main characters of other games. I genuinely feel that way. Like, I'm playing Octopath Traveler right now, and even though I love the characters in that game, like say Tressa specifically, there are NPCs, numerous NPCs I can think of in Chrono Trigger that have more depth than her entire character in this 50+ hour game. I genuinely feel that way. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Not saying Tressa is not a good character. It's just, that just goes to show you the depth behind Chrono Trigger's writing. I mean, of course, it took the creator of Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy to come together to create this. I mean, of course, Akira Toriyama helped with the art, but these two brilliant minds of who basically created the JRPG scene, you know, coming together for a video game, why would it not be one of the greatest things ever? Of course. So, oh yeah, don't play 2 RPGs at once. It'll burn you out of both. I usually play arcade games alongside those to release all that grind anxiety. I have been definitely doing that too. Honestly, like, I've been playing a lot of Xenoblade Torna. I've been playing that. And playing like Call of Duty on the side has really helped, because having something arcadey I can just, you know, throw away some hours in or whatever. Like, I got video work done, you know, I caught up on my chores around the house or whatever. You know, I'm in winter break for school. It's just like, you know what, I can throw away an hour or two, you know, before bed or something like that, in some Call of Duty. You know, some people like doing Minecraft, you know, some people like doing Terraria. I like doing Terraria too. Sometimes I'll even boot up Sonic Generations or the Unleashed project and just throw away 20 minutes playing through some stages. So, you know, can't stick to one COD, and definitely helps on the side. I definitely feel that. I've been playing some Battlefield also too. Yo, what's up, we in here? What's up, new hero? Good to see you. You missed us record a video that I'm going to try to have out for you guys tomorrow. I'm probably going to play Chrono Trigger. You guys got me talking about Chrono Trigger. We're probably going to end off at 11:30. So we probably got around an hour. I'm going to play Chrono Trigger. Sometimes I go play Blitzball. I hate Blitzball, the dream. I can't stand it. Blitzball is one of the worst things ever coming on this planet, bro. I hate Blitzball. I literally can't stand it. I can't stand Blitzball. I can't stand it, dude. I'm sorry. I genuinely can't stand it. I know. For sure, no worries. You know, I made sure to thank anybody who was able to make it live, and anybody who couldn't, you know, and you still decided to make it all the way to the end of the video. I appreciate you all the same. Life happens. I don't expect people to be able to be in every stream or be in every stream all the time. It needs a standalone. The dream, you killing me here, man. You can't do that. You're not killing me, but you making me sick here. All right, making me sick. I'm just kidding. One thing we tried to do at the beginning of the playthrough, we tried to, because we're technically doing a New Game Plus playthrough, we tried to see if we can take on, because Chrono Trigger is a very open-ended game, I tried taking on the final boss at the very beginning of the game. And we were about to win and we lost, and I hated everything. But if those of you guys are dedicated enough, you can beat the final boss at the very beginning of the game, and you will get an ending out of it. I won't spoil what the ending is. I'm sure I've said it on stream before, and there are probably people who don't even care. But I definitely think it's worth it. Of course, it's a New Game Plus thing, but yeah, definitely try it out. Definitely worth it. Let's go ahead and open up Chrono Trigger again. I'm still in here till the end, fam. I'm currently rewatching those Pez vids I sent you. I want to rebrush up on FNC stuff. Ooh, road to 10K. Let's go. Hey, road to 10K. Share the videos out. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. Okay, so I forgot. Recording Chrono Trigger is strange. You have to go here. Yeah, you have to do it like this. Should probably make myself smaller. I wonder if I should. Let's see if I should do this. Actually, no. Hold up. Why are we not using... That game is so loud for me, dude. I need to redo the scene because I have not used this in a minute. I need to go down. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but there. And now can I even make chat happen on this? What is this? Okay. So I'm gonna take that off. Okay, I guess it just works like that. There we go. This game sounds so incredibly loud. I can hear it perfectly, and I don't even have my headphones on. That was definitely my phone falling. That was definitely my controller falling. It's definitely me falling. Load game. We are here. Yeah, we've been playing through the game for almost 10 hours, and we've only gained like 2 levels. Where are we at? What was the last thing we did? I honestly don't remember. Chrono Trigger is one of those games where if you leave it for a while, it might be hard to pick it back up because you don't remember where you were. Let's make sure the game isn't too loud. So what was the name of the Netflix show you recommended? It's called Sweet Home. I'm going to put it in chat. No, I did not see the Mando season finale, so do not spoil. Just remove that. Boom. No worries. So what was the last thing we did? Tab in. Yeah, we got 40 likes. Hey, I appreciate y'all. What was the last thing we did? This is Algety, the Village of the Earthbound. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. You good, new hero? No worries. As long as ain't nobody spoil it, we good. And the queen lost her mind, and the young lord grew to hate the power, and all that suffering caused Lady Charlotte. Now he hides it, denies it, and shut it from its thoughts. The queen has installed the mammoth machine in the ocean palace in an attempt to absorb Lawless's energy, but is there not peril in such a thing? The Guru of Life said as much, but it only led to her imprisoning him upon the mountain of woe. I fear there's little we can do. Yeah, so let's actually head back out. I think we already did there was a fight down here. I think we already did that, actually. Those of you guys watching from the Chrono Trigger playlist, it's been a hot minute since we played. No, we're good. I mean, I could take it, you know, why not? It's free. It's free. In times past, the enlightened ones and we, the earthbound ones, lived as one. Yeah? The mud beast den is dangerous. You should not play around there. The tunnel connects the mud beast den. Beyond the cave mountain of the mountain den lies a great change. The ancestors of the mountain changed the world to the earth. Okay, I think I'm strong enough just to blow through these guys. Let's just use Delta Force on them. Let's use the triple tech. Is that enough to kill them both? Yep, it is. These ones aren't really that difficult though. There's a couple coming up that I remember had a kind of difficult part. Here we go. Next one. I've been playing Octopath. I'm over here trying to do the boost. Yep, you're dead. Boom. What's wrong, everyone? You're not getting through here. Now this is an actual boss fight. Okay, I think we can blow through them with Delta Force. I want to actually see if we can. If we can't, that's fine. We'll know where we need to start first. This might not affect them. It might. Got him. Oh, that didn't kill you. Ah, I'm surprised. Alright, well, we can literally just do that again. He's going to heal them. Not by much, though. It's okay. Go ahead. Chrono can take it. Go ahead. Yep. Chrono has a counter for every time he gets attacked physically. It'll allow him to, you know, re-hit the person who hit him. Come on. I'm trying to wait for Luca to get hers back. I mean, you go ahead and keep attacking me. I will literally counter you every time. Okay, we're going to use Delta Force again. This should be more than enough to destroy them now. This should be enough. Yeah, that's enough. That fight is normally pretty difficult. If you haven't died up at this point in the game yet, this would be where you get your first death, for sure. I definitely think so. If you don't, then you definitely did a great job. You should make a top 10 anime video. That video would be popping. It would probably be a good passion project video, but I really don't think people would watch it. You know, it's like, I try to make videos that I know most people would love to watch. And I'm sure people would actually, like, I'm confident I can make the video good. That's not the thing. It's just, would it get views though? It's like, I know, oh, it's not about the views, bro. I mean, when a video is helping, you know, how you get paid from that, it's like, yeah, it matters in a way, I guess. But that would still be a video I'd like doing. If I didn't do it in a video, I'd like talking about it at least on stream. We can make like an anime tier list or something. I think that'd be cool. If you guys would be interested in actually seeing something like that. Never really know what all of your viewers are into until you actually choose to figure it out. Anyways, would watch, but many top 10 anime clickbaits. No counter is like full counter. I think you might get a wider audience from newcomers that might like your content, so you know what's up more than me for sure. Best theories back in town, keep that mantle. What's good, dude? I'm opening up the Discord thing again. I'm not gonna say your name wrong. I feel like I know how to pronounce it, but I don't want to get it wrong. I do not want to get it wrong. Asai, okay, yeah. Just want to make sure. Asai, I just want to make sure. I was like, dude, I want to say Asai, but I know I'm gonna get it wrong. But I would have been right. I've been on for a tier list. I might have to do something like that then. I think there's something over here. Yes, Asai is the name. Ooh, can I kill you? Let's do this. I just don't like mispronouncing anybody's names. I'd hate if somebody mispronounced my name, especially if you're in the stream for a while. Why would I want to mispronounce your name? Y'all don't be mispronouncing my name, so. Favorite Final Fantasy. Favorite Final Fantasy would be Final Fantasy 9. And yes, that's after Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I mean, I can literally just let this stick here and just let them keep attacking Chrono. But can I do well, no point in doing that now. Oh yeah, I talk about you drank Akiberry. I always thought it was Akiberry though my entire life. But that might be how we Americans, you know, pronounce it. So I'm playing 9, just started. It's easily my favorite. Easily my favorite. You start off that game kidnapping a princess. That's raw. That's raw. In Black Forest, oh yeah, you did just start. So I think I realized I like Final Fantasy IV a lot. Final Fantasy IV is great. It definitely has its issues, it certainly does. And I feel like when I beat Final Fantasy IV, I felt like I liked it better than 9. You know, the characters are really strong in 4, but I felt like the story was lacking. Like I felt like they tried themes too many times, you know, and those of you guys who played 4 know what I'm referring to, because most people that have an issue with 4's story have it for those specific reasons. It's definitely still worth playing. It's still a fantastic game, especially, you know, in my eyes, but you know, I think it's fantastic still. Your favorite Final Fantasy is usually your first. I feel like that's, I can say that. A lot of people's favorite Final Fantasy is their first one. I'm playing through Final Fantasy VI right now. That's one I really want to beat. Maybe late this year, within the next couple of weeks or something. If I don't, that's fine, but I want it to be the first Final Fantasy I beat next year. I like Chrono on my phone, or is it just worth playing it on DS? Because it doesn't feel right playing on my phone. I definitely feel you. I'm not really a big phone game kind of guy. I own Chrono Trigger on my phone just because I'm that type of loser. But depending on what you do, say if you play games on PC pretty often, you can get, there's phone emulators like Nox Player and, you know, BlueStacks. Those are Android phone emulators. So if you own the game, like especially if you already own it on Android, you can literally just download Nox, and once you log in to your, you know, your Google account, you can literally just download all your apps there and play it with the controller. So it's like, if you want to play phone games, that's the best way to play them in my eyes. But if you don't want to play that way, if it's easier, I recommend playing it. You could play it through emulator. I recommend owning the product first, of course. I owned the product and I did emulate Chrono Trigger at one point too, but I've owned this game multiple times now, so I'm not afraid to say that. So 10 was actually my first Final Fantasy, though I did not beat it. I still haven't beaten it. Blitzball actually, you know, hurt me that much. I'm running low on MP. So many people started with 7. I didn't start with 7. 7 was actually one of the later ones I played. I played it last year. I think summer of last year. I played it for the first time. We should probably use an item. Why do I have so many elixirs? Mid-ether. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Or should you play on PC? I mean, if you can play on PC, play it on PC. I genuinely think PC is a great version to play. Though there are a couple differences. Some of the animations for moves like these and stuff like that you see me doing, some of the tech animations look slightly different from the DS version. I don't think they look worse in my eyes. Some people say they look worse. Some people say they look better. It literally just depends on you. I think they look perfectly fine, honestly. I've played both versions all the way through multiple times. So it just kind of depends. One thing specifically, if you're into that sort of thing, they did actually remove the bestiary. So, a bestiary that, takes note down of each enemy you've encountered in the game, just so you can chronicle them. If you care about that sort of thing, then yeah, play the DS version because it has the most content. But the PC version is literally a port from the phone version. So if you're playing the PC version, you're playing the phone version, just not on a phone. I'm currently playing the PC version. So all just depends on you. All depends on you. I think both are a great version. I love playing the DS version. I'll still boot up. The DS version is the one I have the most experience with. I've got about 60 hours maybe on the PC version. Now remember, this game is not 60 hours long. It'll probably take you about maybe 15, 20 to beat the game. But the thing though, it kind of depends on how much you want to do too though. I've gotten multiple endings in this game on PC, so that's also a big reason. There are 13 different endings in Chrono Trigger. So yeah. I use Jack Shot, the hail out of Blitz Ball, cause yeah, Blitz Ball. Ugh. Have you played any of the Final Fantasy Tactics? No, but I own, I know I own the original, and I do plan on playing that through next year. I would love for these games to get put on the Switch, dude, or PS4 or something, because it's like, dude, I wanna have like these other Final Fantasy games on console, because like if you want to play like, you can only play like 3 through 6 on PC or phone, but it's like there's no other way really to do it, because I have a PS1 and that's where I have Final Fantasy 1 and 2. I own Final Fantasy 3 on PC, and that's where I own 4, 5, and 6 also. I do own the phone versions of 4, 5, and 6 as well, but I haven't really touched them. Because again, it's still hard for me to fully complete games on phone. The only phone game, like story-based phone game I've played all the way through to the end was Chrono Trigger. That's because it's Chrono Trigger. Ooh, I don't have enough. If we need Pokemon Mega Battle Network and Final Fantasy Collections bad, I promise you the dream. You missed me wearing my Battle Network shirt that I got from the Yeti. I love Battle Network. I'm extremely excited for them to make that collection next year. That's the next Legacy collection. We know it's going to come out, so I'm excited for that to happen. Shout out to y'all that are just here and vibing with us while we play Chrono Trigger. You know, hard to believe we peaked at like 50 people earlier, 50 something people here earlier. You know, this is when the stream winds down, you know. We already did the recording and stuff like that. So, ooh, you guys need some heals. Chrono can just use a heal. Brave Battle Network Collections is coming. I only read rumors about it. It's definitely gonna happen. They did the Zero Legacy Collection too. It's gonna happen. They're going in order. Technically, I guess you could say Legends would be next, but I don't know if they're gonna do that. I don't know. There's only 2 games, so it depends. If they waste time and only do those 2 games when they can be remastering 6 beloved games, it's like, I feel like Battle Network is more beloved than Legends at this point, but it certainly had more games. Certainly had more games. I love Battle Network. Battle Network is how I got into Mega Man. So when I think of Mega Man, I think of Battle Network and Star Force, of course. But you know, oh, here we are. The Guru of Life is trapped in there. It's disappearing. Time to wash you. Double hand blaster. I could still lose to this fight, but I doubt it. I could just go and use Luminaire just to give Chrono something to do while he waits for them. Chrono has that high of a speed stat. What's up, Sora? Can't even launch Cyberpunk. I definitely feel that. Well, I don't feel that because I play on PC and it works perfectly fine for me. But I feel for you. Definitely, at this point, it might be better just to get the. Might be better just to beat him. No, we didn't beat him yet. Boom. Let's go ahead and get a. That should be enough to kill him, though. No, it wasn't. Let's wait for Luca. He's commencing arm restoration, Delta Force. I bought on PC because I have a good enough PC to run it, and honestly, the game runs pretty freaking well. I mean, I have a slight issue with it. I encountered a glitch once, but it only happened once. Yeah, they're offering refunds for it. I'm like, little did I know the company behind, you know, the legendary Witcher 3 would end up falling from grace this bad. It's like, what a week for gaming, dude. So the tech for this fight is mainly you're in danger if he has his hands. You need to make sure you destroy his hands, because if you don't destroy his hands, that will make him able to do so much damage to you. So I mean, I know he wasn't doing much to me because I'm over leveled because of New Game Plus, but if you're going to do this fight, it's not that difficult. Destroy both his hands and lay waste to his head before he can regrow his arms back. So as long as you do that, you should be all right. Again, you'll never have to grind in this game, so. Melchior? Indeed, I am none other, but how do you know my name? I do not believe we met. More pressingly, what of the Queen in the Ocean Palace? Do you know what has happened? I see the Queen's mind is already eroded to that extent. It seems the more energy the Mammon machine absorbs, the further the Queen descends into madness. The immortal Lavos is overtaking her soul from within this slumber beneath the waves. I have it on PC as well. I created my character, choose Corvo for my first run, and now I can't even get into the game. Ooh. Jeez. We must flee. The seal is broken. It will bring down the mountain. Come, make haste. If I tell Square to let you do voiceover for somebody, bro, I would love for that, dude. I don't know what kind of how I should be able to get in contact with somebody, at a talent agency. I would love to be able to do something like that. I would love to be able to voice act like in an actual anime or video game. I would probably prefer video game just because my roots, but I don't really care where. Lavo sleeps deep underground, consuming the energy of this planet. Here you go. Melchior, we must hurry before it's too late. Elder, Lady Shala is here. What? Shala? A lot of people's favorite song. The song is really good. Especially since you can hear it, dude. Lady Shala, why have you come to such a miserable place? Do not degrade yourselves. We enlightened ones were once the same as you. The only difference is that we are now puppets of Lavos. The song is really good. Such a filthy place. Melchior, when the mountain fell, I knew I would find you here. But is it safe for you to leave the palace? Whether it is safe or not no longer matters. The ocean palace is complete. Then all is lost. Not all. Without me, the meme machine is no more than a vessel. I will not activate that evil thing again. Oh, really? I've kept the skyway open. Please, you must stop my lady mother. Tisk, 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 my dear. Dalton, it would be quite an inconvenience if you failed to activate the machine. Dalton, leave her alone. Ah, the fossil speaks. Be silent. Now you just attack that old man? You'll come to the Ocean Palace with me. Cause any trouble and your life is, well, I will bear no responsibilities. What's up, Light's Lesson? Like the name. Shala! None of the Queen's brats know their place, do they? Oh, let's not be hasty. I'd be more than happy to take the life of this little pearl. I do not fear the Queen. Light above darkness always. I should probably change the stream title because everybody coming into the stream is probably thinking one thing when we've already talked about a whole bunch of stuff. We even recorded a whole video live. So let me change the stream title just so people don't feel like I'm clickbaiting. Just in case. Let's change it to Master of Masters Talk and Chrono Trigger. Boom. There, not clickbait. Hey, I mean, if you're able to link me some stuff on Discord, I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it regardless. And yes, Light's Lesson. Light above darkness always. Shall we be on our way, Shala dear? Your mother is waiting. So I'm glad everyone is doing so well. And this YouTube channel is so underrated. Hey, I appreciate it. And hey, if you feel we're underrated, you can always share the channel out, share your favorite video out, share the stream out to, a homie. If you don't have any homies, which I'm sure you do, you can always tweet it out with a hashtag or something. I appreciate it. Any way you guys can get more people here, I would appreciate. Because at the end of the day, I just want to, not just because the numbers are a lot to me, the numbers are important to me because it shows how many people, I can connect with. It shows me how many people, not only care about me, but have a new place they can call home. This whole community is supposed to be a place you can call home away from home. You know, when you're at work or at school, you know, you're thinking about how I hate it here. I don't feel like doing none of this stuff. Just thinking about our Discord server or thinking about this community should be enough to make it give you another reason to get through, you know, work or class, you know, make it an incentive to get done, you know, quicker, get it over with. You know, I can't be there with you at school or work, you know, but I might not be there when your home situations and stuff, however bad or great they may be. But, you know, at the end of the day, if I can make this community a good part of your day, that's all I really care about. You know, that's why I encourage Discord server joining, because then, you know, whatever you may be doing, you're able to directly reach out to those of us in the community and talk about it. There's a place where you can vent your feelings if you're feeling upset, you know, talk courageous and, you know, inspirational stuff, even if you just have something kind to say about somebody else. You know, if you need someone saying something kind about you, you know, if you want to promote yourself, you got something funny to share, something you saw on Twitter, something you saw on Instagram, things like that. It's a place you can call home, feel comfortable at. That's what this community is all about. You also make my day, brother. I really appreciate that. That comment made my day, so thank you very much, even though it's nighttime. Just found out about Super Baby Vegeta coming to Dragon Ball FighterZ. Not what I expected, but it might be interesting. Yeah, I saw that too. It's definitely interesting. Didn't expect another GT character. We're going to be in Discord until we're 80. That server's still going to be there unless Discord goes under. Melchior. I am alright. But we must rescue Shala, or there will be terrible consequences. There's no hope of rescuing her. Not even for you, Melchior. Too raspy. If the Queen's place comes to fruition, there's no hope for the life as we know it. Chrono said, you don't believe that. You would go and stop her? My pardons. You risk your life for us time and time again, and I do not even know your names. You'll know them one day. Because those of you guys who know the story, you know, we've already met Melchior, but we met him thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years later, where he knows us as, you know, some, you know, good kids. Now we're seeing him as a completely different man in a completely different life, where he hasn't met us yet, but oh, he's part of the reason we're able to be here. This song, this Chrono's theme, it fills me with so much determination. I ain't talking Undertale. It's just like, it means this song, I felt like, was like, I don't know, it's like, when I felt like I was really sad in life at one point and wasn't in school and I hated my job and everything like that, YouTube wasn't going the way I wanted it to, this song played and I immediately got hit with something that felt like courage. This game was what made me want to solidify courage as a theme for this channel. The whole theme of this channel with the courage comes from Chrono Trigger, this theme specifically. So everything I feel like I couldn't do in life felt like it became that much closer to reality. It felt like reaching 10K wasn't just a dream. It became a reality worth actually grasping for. You know, it felt like creating a community where people feel like home. It didn't feel like it was impossible anymore. It felt like something in the near future, you know, and it inspired me to take the steps I needed to make it a reality. Whether I had to do this or do that, or had to sacrifice this and that, it made it feel like in the end, I'll be okay because it'll be worth it in the end. Yes, they made this soundtrack in an extremely short time frame to where they were sleeping in the office, and in the end he physically couldn't finish it with like one or two songs because he genuinely was sick from, you know, living and breathing making this soundtrack. That's why it's like you can tell how much of a passion project this game was. Literally, I'm tearing up, bro. I promise you, it's like this game These three favorite games of mine, these are the only games that do me like this. Just from hearing the music, I can get like this. Oh, you're good, Vigo. I appreciate you regardless. Even if you're lurking, that's still supporting me. I appreciate you. The stream proves I need to update my Steam library. You definitely should. There's a lot of great games. I definitely recommend practically everything Square Enix. Octopath Traveler, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X, not 8, but Final Fantasy 12. Everything of the Master of Masters could be a lookalike of Master Ericus. That's just something I haven't heard yet. Persona 5 theme is drilled into my head. Persona 4 music is drilled into my head. That's surprising coming from you, James. Whatever are you talking about? Come on, Chrono. Wait, take this with you. It's made from the same red stone as the Mammon Machine. With it, you should be able to destroy this thing for good. The Ruby Knife. Should be good. We should be good to go and head to destroy it. Wrong way, excuse me. Excuse me. There's the epic. Let's take the epic actually. I want to fly around in it, but I know you can only do that when you just land somewhere. We need to make it over there. Actually, is the Black Omen here yet? I can't remember what happened last time. What's in here, actually? Ooh, I do not want to go through there. Do not want to go through there. Hey, we're 6 likes away from we're 6 likes away from 50 likes. I have not played Star Ocean 5. I'd love to play through the games, but I don't really know much about them. Where'd the old man go? Oh, there he is. Did you wish your life for us? Don't eat. Yup, you guys are powerless to save her. Actually, there's a hidden door right here. Where we shower go? Is the DS version of this game the same? The only difference is that some of the tech animations are slightly different, and the only other difference is that the DS version has a bestiary, while this version does not have a bestiary. So if you care about that sort of thing, then play the DS version. But if you don't care about having a bestiary, because I mean all it does is log, what enemies you've seen, but there's no real quest in the game that would really require it, which is why it was kind of removed. But I don't think that would be a good reason to remove content. But I'll definitely check out Star Ocean sometime next year, because my big projects for next year is getting through the Dragon Quest and the remainder of the Final Fantasy games I haven't played. Can we come over here? Keep playing this game with an analog stick. I need to stop doing that. I haven't played that series, Luis. I have not played it yet. I didn't really know much about it. Let's go to prehistory and then come back. Phantasy Star 4. Phantasy Star 4, eh? I've played Phantasy Star before on the PSP. Bro, I got a headache. It's supposed to be ending stream soon anyway. One of my favorite themes. Coming back here just for the music. Yes, though those new endings are in the PC version now though. So if you want to play the endings, you can play them on PC. Most of my experience is with the DS version, so I'll always recommend the DS version. But from what I played of the PC version, it's still very competent. I've already played through it twice. I have quite a few Courage anthems now that I'm thinking about it. I should make a Courage playlist or something like that. Hey, definitely should. Courage playlist is lit. How are you, everybody? I should probably end stream now, honestly. But I just want to listen to the music, dude. This song is so good, dude. This song is so good. No. Nobody wants to hear that Magus theme. I could just go like, Square's got some great OSTs. They always get great people on it. This song is so good, dude. So good. I think I will end now. I got some stuff to do. I got to get up early tomorrow. So I guess we will make sure we do that. I guess thank you everybody who came out tonight. Just chilling, even if you didn't really, talk, it doesn't really matter. I appreciate anybody who went and supported me, even if you were lurking, even if you were there for the recording, even if you were there from the very beginning. Some of you guys were here from the very beginning, and that really does mean a lot. Thank you. If you guys haven't already, I did upload a video regarding my initial reaction and a discussion about the newest Unicross update. You guys should definitely check that out if you haven't already. What's the other one I wanted to show? If you're interested in Chrono Trigger and you haven't really seen much else on it, I would recommend our playlist for Chrono Trigger. I will send the playlist for Chrono Trigger right here. Here you'd be able to catch up on all the streams of what you played of Chrono Trigger, what we've done of Chrono Trigger right here. But yeah, that's gonna be it. If you guys would like to, you can certainly join the Discord server. We'd love to talk with you, even outside of videos and live streams. There are a bunch of people who I know are just waiting to, become even close friends with you. So much love to each and every one of you guys who are in the server, and much love each and every one of you guys who'd like to be a part of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and remember my words of courage to stay strong, stay beautiful, and always look skyward. Have a good night, everyone. This music is so, so great.